afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Norm's Friends. I'm David B., the Readings Guy, 603-404-9338, Bifford at yahoo.com. So, grab your favorite chair, jump in it, sit back, relax, kick off the slippers or the shoes, whatever. Enjoy the show. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, naturally, lucky you, no guests today. You get me for the whole hour. How can you go wrong with that? All right? So, as usual, we're going to start with the inspirational quote, then the interesting fun facts today, which I'm pretty sure you're all going to enjoy because we're all familiar with it. Also, I have my trusty little smoky quartz crystal ball. And for tarot cards, I have which I really like because they're busy, the Starman Tarot deck. As you can see, again, it's the man, yes, the guy, not the they, not the them, not the it, the guy, male, who drew the David Bowie album covers. Is the one who designed these tarot cards. A he, a him. Just, so you want two genders. Let's not get into that yet. All right, so what do you say we start with the inspirational quote? I always like them. Again, I don't know how this guy comes up with all this. To me, it's every one of his quotes, it's like a breath of fresh air. So, let's get to it. What do you say? All right, quote, focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Focus on your character, not your reputation. And I love this part. Focus on your blessings, not your misfortunes. Roy T. Bennett, The Light in the Heart. And sadly, I know a lot of people, they focus on their misfortunes, even though it's a very small one. It's a small misfortune. We all have them. That's what they focus on. Focus on your blessings. You're alive. You got air to breathe. You have food to eat. I mean, come on. Again, you have to feed your soul. It makes everything so much more grand and acceptable, and everything just feels so much more smoother and easygoing. And if it's a burden, it doesn't seem as heavy as if you're voiding your soul. But don't take my word for it. Give it a go. Very easy, right? And of course, people that know me, let's face it, we know not a whole lot, but we know people that would not only do they focus on their misfortunes, they focus on other people's misfortunes. And hey, people in it, you don't know how to do this, or you're this, or sometimes you're crass. So, if I don't have a nap, I get cranky, and I admit it. So you have to be nice, because then I'm less tolerant of the BS that people give you. But hey, and do you have to point it out to me? No, although people do. Hey, me. I mean, I know my faults. Focus on yours. You'll fare much, 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 much better. All right, so there's the inspirational quote today. Let me say it one more time, all the way through, all right? Focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Focus on your character, not your reputation. Focus on your blessings, not your misfortunes. Roy T. Bennett, The Light in the Heart. All right, so today, the interesting fun facts, and they are about, I bet you practically everyone I know, very, 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 very small segment of the population doesn't use this or drink it or smell it. I think out of all the people I know, and believe me, I probably, and I'm talking about that I've come across in my life, tens of thousands of people, all right? Out of all those tens of thousands of people, I know maybe 4 people that never had any, or so they claimed. So today, the interesting fun facts are about coffee, right? So let's get right to it. 1. Although they've always been called beans, they are seeds that come from a cherry-like berry that grows on a bush. And I always thought they grew on a tree, but I stand corrected. They grow in a bush. So how easy is that? You don't have to climb a tree. You could just walk and pick the berries, right? At the center of the fruit is the pit, which is what we roast to make coffee. Who would have known? They are called seeds because of their striking resemblance with legumes. Why don't they say with vegetables? Legumes is the French word for vegetables. This whole thing is in English, but they stick in a French word there. I mean, I don't know. Does that sound like aristocracy? So they put in legumes, vegetables, right? Right, all vegetables have seeds, right? There you have it. All right, interesting fun fact 2. While most of us are used to sipping it, get this, coffee was originally eaten by African tribes centuries ago. I think maybe in my lifetime I might have eaten maybe 4 or 5 coffee beans. According to historians, coffee berries were ground and then mixed with animal fat to create energy-rich snack balls. Yum, yum. All right. Interesting fun fact number 3. Legend has it that a goat herder discovered the coffee plant in the 9th century, so quite some time ago. Here's how it happened. The Ethiopian herdsman noticed strange effects in his goats after they ate their meals. Each time his herd nibbled on a small red fruit of a bush, they appeared to dance energetically. Led by his curiosity, the herder tried them out and was intrigued by the effects. So he presented it to a local monk, who made a drink with the berries. After drinking the coffee, the monk was able to stay up all night, and that was how the first cup of coffee was born. So that will probably be banned now by Islam because look at it, it was really discovered, the drink was by a monk. A monk is not Islam. Oops. Oh well. Okay, while there are other versions of the history of coffee, a good number of historians believe these origins were all made up. I agree with them. Interesting fun fact number 4. There are 2 main types of coffee grown in the commercial market: Arabica and Robusta. Most growers plant Arabica, which varies in taste characteristics and yields more nuanced flavors. In contrast, Robusta is less popular due to its acidic taste and high levels of caffeine. So maybe you could sort of make a blend and get the best of both worlds, right? Lots of caffeine, so you bounce off the walls, and a nice, rich tasting coffee. All right, this one's very interesting. You're not going to believe part of this one. Interesting fun fact number 5. Brazil produces the most coffee in the world, along with cocaine. And they've held this title for more than 150 years. Oh no, I have to take that back. I got confused. I'm thinking of Colombia. You know why? Because I'm thinking of, right. I love Colombian coffee, and I didn't realize it was Arabica or Robusta. I always thought it was Colombian. Excuse me, I take it back. So let's start over. Brazil produces the most coffee in the world, and they've held this title for more than 150 years. Data shows that around, get this, 40% of the coffee consumed worldwide comes from Brazil, which is twice as much as the second place holder. Any guess? Come on. Second place holder, the second most exporter, second most country that produces coffee. You ready for this? I almost fell off my chair. Vietnam. I never even knew they produced any till just now. Arabica is the majority of the coffee exported from Brazil. And on we go to interesting fact number 6. Coffee trees require specific conditions to grow well. They include high altitudes, tropical climates, and rich soil. Hawaii and California are the only 2 U.S. states that can grow coffee. I never knew that. Wait a minute. I lost my place. Oh, Hawaii is well recognized because of Kona coffee, which I've had before, which is one of the best in the world. It really is. While California is the new entrant into the game naturally, with its farms producing pricey, of course, premium bags. Interesting fun fact number 7. Get this one. Everyone knows that crude oil is the most valuable commodity in the world, but only a few people know that coffee is the second most traded commodity in terms of dollars traded worldwide. Imagine that. According to statistics, people consume roughly at least 400 billion cups of coffee annually. Imagine. I probably do I average like 2 a day. Something when I work 3. According to statistics, people consume roughly at least 400 billion cups of coffee annually, making it the world's favorite beverage. You can put a lot of stuff in it, right? Vodka, Bailey's, whiskey, Tia Maria, Kahlua, all kinds of other stuff, I'm sure. All right, gin, why not? It is valued at over $100 billion worldwide. All right. Interesting fun fact number 8. Contrary to widespread notions, the decaffeination process doesn't remove all the caffeine from your drink. It only removes around 94 to 98%. I bet you didn't know this one. Interesting fun fact number 9. Get this. Shocker. You can overdose on coffee. Imagine. You think these people that are shooting up, they got nothing on us. You can overdose on coffee. Drinking more than 1 cup of coffee might do you some good, but consuming too much of it isn't a great idea. Mild symptoms include nausea and muscles that continually tense and relax, while serious symptoms include seizures, rapid breathing, and shock. However, that shouldn't stop you from your favorite morning ritual, as you need to drink over 70 cups in 24 hours to overdose on it. I think my mother used to drink about that many. There you have it. Imagine you can overdose on coffee. Wow. All right, finally, last but not least, interesting fun fact number 10. And this is a motivation to drink more coffee. Interesting fun fact number 10. Are you ready? Coffee drinkers live longer. Let's hear it for coffee. Research has shown that coffee lovers are less likely to develop a wide range of diseases, including diabetes, cancer, gout, kidney stones, cardiovascular disease, Parkinson's, and more. It has also proven to help combat depression, which translates to a lower risk of suicide. There you have it. By decreasing your risk of contracting deadly diseases, coffee can significantly increase your life expectancy. Voila. Who would have ever known? There you have it. So I'm sure some of them will sink in because they sunk in for me. So there you have it. Again, so let's go over it because I don't have a guest. So moi, seulement moi, only me in French. All right, I have my trusty phone. There's a few headlines we can go, just the headlines, and we can comment. Again, Smoky Quartz Crystal Ball. Anybody out there who hasn't had a reading in a couple of months or whatever, you want to give me a call, give me a call. We have Tarot deck. Again, Starman, busy deck. If I had time, I could give a 1 hour reading with each card. They're so busy. All right, so after all of that, anybody, you want to be part of the show, you want to call in, 603-640-3091. And look at that, like magic. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. This is the energy lady.
The energy lady.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. And you?
I'm doing wonderful.
All right. How do you like the fall weather?
Okay.
That's it? Just okay?
Okay.
All right.
Beautiful.
Now, hey,
Love it.
did you listen to the fun facts?
Yes, I did. And guess what? You can
What?
overdose on anything.
Well, you're right. You can. Even this, you can drown drinking too much water.
Anything. Coca-Cola and sodas and all those different things.
I know, but for some reason, coffee, I just never connected drinking coffee with overdosing.
Yeah, well, you know something?
What?
When they have alcoholics and stuff, they go to AAA, what do you think they make them drink to stay? Coffee.
Cut it out. I didn't know that.
Honest. Yeah.
Wow.
Coffee and donuts. Instead of them drinking alcohol, they drink the coffee. They get their high from that.
If I usually have 2 coffees, but when I work, I have 3. I bring a cup to work. So I have a 3rd cup at work. But, sometimes once in a while I'll splurge. I might have 4 cups. I'm climbing the wall. I'm bouncing off the walls, actually. I think it's the caffeine. I have a low tolerance for caffeine.
Also, if you drink too much of it, you can get horrific headaches.
Really?
And withdrawals from coffee, and the same thing from Coca-Cola or anything like that has caffeine.
Well, it's true because I tried to quit drinking coffee before. I could not believe the headache that I got. Like the second day, I gave in. I drank coffee. See? They should take that off the market. What do you think?
And all those things that they make at Dunkin' Donuts, the lattes, I know all about that.
What do you know?
Oh, yeah, that would make me go speed and work and everything. And when I stopped the latte, I was getting horrific headaches.
Cut it
And
out.
when I stopped the lattes, I changed down from a flight. And I don't drink lattes too much.
I never drink them, but what do they have? Do they have espresso, shots of espresso or something?
Yeah, they put extra stuff in it.
Yeah, well.
And extra syrup. And that's no good for you.
No, I know. And I can't believe what people pay for those. It's amazing.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Like I said, anything that's too much you can overdose on.
That's true. You really can. I know. That's right.
Not only coffee.
And hey, how are the raccoons?
Raccoons?
Yeah,
What raccoons?
you got raccoons around your house.
Well, that's okay. I don't see them.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
All right.
I see a lot of cats around.
Oh, really?
They're not
Wow.
raccoons.
I'm surprised. Well, you know where I never saw cats outside? It's the only place I live where I never saw cats out. When I lived in Lowell.
Really?
Wow. You got the second largest Cambodian community in the country. They eat cats. People,
Oh, boy.
isn't that people that
You're really positive about your animals.
I am. I love cats. Cats are my favorite. I love cats. Cats are the best.
And
They're,
then you say they're eating all the cats.
well, they
Don't
were.
you protect those kitties.
How can you? As soon as people would let them out, they'd scoop them up. There'd be dinner, or I don't know, appetizers. I don't. I'm not into eating cats, but they do.
The only animal I know that eats all kinds of things is a hawk.
Well, that's true. What about a goat? Doesn't a goat eat everything? When I was a kid, we'd go to the zoo. My father used to give I always remember this. He'd give the goats a cigar, and the goat would eat the cigar.
No.
I'm not kidding you. I'm
And
not
they call it Tobacco Joe.
right. But not only that, when he would feed the goat the cigar, I would always remember he'd take the cellophane off, right? Say, take the cellophane off the cigar, and he'd give the cigar to the goat, and the goat would eat the cigar, and then after the goat ate the cigar, he'd give it the cellophane, and it would eat the cellophane. I always remember
Oh,
that.
come on, that's mean. That's poison.
Well, maybe not. I mean, the goat ate it every time he went to the zoo.
No good, no good. No good. All those rotten chemicals putting in a goat.
I know, imagine.
That's no
See,
good for
I
a
know.
goat. Or
And-
any animal.
Well, I know, animal abuse, I guess. But, you're a kid, preschool, so, you think you laugh.
Yeah, how old are you when you're doing this?
I didn't do it. I wasn't even in school then.
I mean, how old was this person?
Oh, my dad?
Yeah,
I'd say, well, then, late 30s.
and he did something like that?
Yeah.
And he didn't know better?
Well, people, they did all
Shame
kinds of
on
stuff.
Dad.
Well, yeah, but they used to do all kinds of stuff back then, right?
No, that's no good, though.
Yeah, but look, when I was a kid, too, I remember he had a Cadillac. You ready for this? And they didn't have seat belts then. I was a little pipsqueak, right? I remember in the front seat, I used to put the armrest down and sit on the armrest. And I remember my head didn't touch the roof of the car. You couldn't do that
Yeah,
now.
how many people were in the car?
Sometimes just me and him.
And he let you do that?
Yeah. Why?
You could have fell over and hurt yourself.
Yeah, I was tough.
If you had to stop that car fast, you'd go through the window.
Yeah, but any kid would have. They didn't have seat belts back then. I mean, come on.
I wouldn't have had my kids sit on a console.
You would
I'm
have.
very protective.
Huh?
I'm very protective, you know.
Yeah, but if the kid wanted to sit on the console, you would have said, all right, Junior, go ahead.
No, no.
All
no.
right, Princess.
I'm protective.
You would have. Yeah,
Not
but
me.
if he had to
No,
stop
no.
shop, he would go like
My
this.
kids either
He'd-
sat in the car seat or they had to sit in the
Oh,
seat and stay still.
listen
if
to-
they wanted to sit up a little higher, I could put a little
Oh,
pillow there.
now I know you're fibbing. They didn't have car seats.
No, I'm not fibbing.
They didn't have car seats when you had
No pillows, I said.
you said
They
car
had car
seats.
seats in my day.
Rewind. What?
They had car seats when I had my children.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right, 'cause my sister's older. I can remember kids going in car seats. You're
course.
right. You're right.
They had booster seats and everything.
That's right. See that? I
Yeah.
forgot. I
What do you mean
forgot.
I'm fibbing?
That's right.
This
I have
Abby
to.
lady don't fib or fool
That's
around.
right. I have to take that back. She doesn't. She knows what she's talking about.
You better believe it.
Wow.
100%.
I know, huh? Wow.
So did you have a nice weekend?
No, actually, you already pulling me where I work. I told you, 2 bartenders quit, so they're short on help. So, and I don't mind filling in, but they had me, and I wouldn't mind, but in a row, 4 shifts in a row. Then 2 weeks ago, 5 shifts in a row. This past week, 5 shifts in a row, and then they even scheduled me for a 6th shift, which was Monday night. But I told them, I said, you got to find somebody else. It's just too much. So come
And
on.
where was that?
Where I bartend down in Derry.
Oh, boy. By then, I would have said a drink for me and a drink for you. Goodbye.
Well, I did that after each shift. I stopped. I said, that's it. I got an after shift drink. Right? I'm telling you. You know, and I don't mind working, but then I told him, I said, no more than 3 shifts in a row. It's like, you know, the 4th shift, my brain turns to mush.
Oh, boy. That's terrible.
Yeah, it is. I had Monday and Tuesday off. I worked today, but only a 4-hour shift, so there
Oh,
you have
wow.
it. Man, yeah.
And they
Yeah.
must have seen you coming. Well, okay, here's a sucker. We'll ask him to work. Well, let me tell you, they wouldn't do that to me.
I don't mind helping out, but I said that hopefully they're gonna hire. They need to hire 2 bartenders. I hope they hire them shortly. So
Why are they leaving?
huh?
Why are they leaving?
Well, well, there's lots of drama because it's a private estate. You know, you have to be a member to go in
Yeah.
to go in the premises. So there's
I understand that.
lots of drama. So there was it just so happened one bartender quit probably for let me see, how many weeks were we into? Let's see, July is what, halfway through. So out of the 26 weeks to get to July, she probably quit about 20 of them. But finally in July, they finally said enough is enough is enough. So she quit. And then, you know, she sort of, shall we say, rallied the troops to sort of, will go against me because they were sort of blaming me because she was a bartender and I partially shut her off. So I was to blame, not her obnoxiousness or her, you know, being out of control. It was me. So she sort
Well,
of,
if somebody is drinking too much, you should shut them off.
right. So, but that
If
started
they
it.
don't like it, they're wrong.
Well, thank you. See, who's ever out there listening that knows me, listen to what she just said. That's right, they're wrong. Thank you for that. But anyway,
That's
so
true. They're wrong for doing that.
I agree. So, anyway, what happened is, you know, her little circle of friends there that she rallied would sort of try, you know, needle you and go out of their way. They'd complain about you, you know, tell you how to do your job. So after enough of that, then one of the other bartenders now, she only works 1 day a week. So after all of that, because of the crap, so they need to hire 2 people. So that's
So what's
just,
going to happen? You're going to keep taking their place until they get somebody in there?
no, they're gonna
If you
have.
do that, you know, they'll never get nobody in there.
Well, I know,
They'll
but
figure,
they
oh, he can do it.
right, but I mean, I'm old, so you know, like I said, 3 shifts would be ideal. 2 or 3 shifts. 2 shifts.
You're not that old.
Well, you know what I mean. I've already, you know, I already did my days of 60-hour work weeks. You know what I mean? Those days are gone.
How old
So-
are you?
70.
You're young.
Well, compared to you, I'm younger than you, but it's, you know, to work like especially 6 shifts, you know, it's, let's face it, you know, you're running back and forth down the bar. I think it was Saturday night, because I keep my phone on me just you know, because it keeps track of how far you walked. Saturday night, just behind the bar, 2.8 miles.
Wow.
Imagine, so, you know.
Yeah, your feet must have been blistering.
Well, I'm used to it because I've been bartending part-time for like 20 years, but you know, well, they had karaoke, so you know what I mean. Don't
Oh, yeah.
it's sort of like nonstop. You're going back and forth. Not you're not you know you're not killing yourself, but it's steady. You're constantly serving people.
Yeah,
So-
you're on piecework.
Right, exactly, exactly. That's right.
Hey, one for you and one for me.
Well, that's like about a half hour before closing, right? What do you want? Okay, I'll make two, one for me. Yeah.
One for you. I
I
can
know.
tell you like your stuff.
I know. I used to know bartenders that actually would do that. I mean, you switch shifts with them. They'd have the day shift. I'd go in at, we'll say, like 5 or 6, whatever time to SWAT, to take over. And they knew I'd be coming in, we'll say, like at 5, and they'd start at 4. By the time I got there at 5, they'd be wasted. They'd be
Oh,
wasted.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's not good, though.
No,
And then you pay for it the next day.
you're not
That's
kidding.
the ugliest feeling ever.
Oh, I know. Fortunately, I can't. I was a kid since that happened to me. So
I believe it. Believe you me. I think
Right.
everybody's been there one time or another.
well, I know you got to experience it, right? So you know what not to do.
No, not that kind of way. No way.
I know. I know.
That's the devil.
Yeah, it is when you overdo it too much. It's funny when I just went. I guess the threshold, which I was surprised. So I went for my physical. Just I don't know, no more than 2 months ago, right? So, they ask you all these questions. So he's asking me, he says, do you drink alcohol? I said, yeah. He says, how often do you drink? I says, 1 or 2 most every day. Like I didn't have anything, we'll say Friday and Saturday, you know what I mean? Nothing, right?
Yeah.
So he says to me, well, he says, how much do you drink? I said, 1 or 2. I says, occasionally, 3, maybe, right? So then he says to me, he says, hey, do you ever have 6? I said, I don't think I could have 6. I think I'd be out before I had 6. So he says to me, he says, when's the last time you think you had 6? Right? I says, probably about 50 years ago. I can't remember when
Well,
I...
if you have 1 or 2 a night, that's more than 6.
No, 6 in one go.
Yeah.
I don't think
Oh, boy.
I don't think I could have 6. I mean, I have 2, and it's like that's it for me.
Depending what you're drinking. How many shots go in a drink and how many beers you have or whatever.
Well, when I'm home, if I make a drink, it's light. It's not even a shot. And like I said, I'll have 2. Very rare I'll have 3. So,
Yeah.
but there you have it.
Well, anyhow, I do know about the coffee and stuff like that.
Did you? Yeah, but I bet. All right, I bet you didn't know who's the second place holder for producing coffee in the world is. Don't tell me you knew that
Vietnam.
one. Yeah, you didn't know that. You didn't know that before I said it.
You told me, I bet you don't know.
Right, I know. Well, I know. I bet you didn't. I didn't even know.
Columbia, you like Columbia Gold too?
I love Colombian coffee. I think it's my favorite. Or Kona, actually. I've had Kona, but that's
You didn't hear what
outrageous.
I said.
What,
You
Colombia?
like Colombian Gold too?
Colombia
Gold?
gold? Well, wait, is that where the gold used to come from? Yeah,
No, that's where pot comes from.
right, yeah. Well, when I was younger, Colombian, that's right. Used to be real good.
See?
I
You
know.
don't remember what I know.
See that? Well, that's because you're psychic, so you're sort of you're getting it all.
Oh yeah, I'm getting it all right.
So what about you? Did you like Acapulco Gold? It was. Remember Acapulco Gold?
I am
That's
not
what
any of that stuff.
Come on, not once. You never tried it?
Not that.
Wow.
No, I don't even know. I don't even know what the hell that is.
What, weed? Everybody knows what weed is.
Yeah, you pick it off the ground when you do the grass.
Who's on? Hey, who's around you that's always thirsty, by the way? Speaking of drinking coffee, who's around you that's always thirsty?
I'm always thirsty.
Oh,
I drink a lot of water.
all right, because I just, it jumped at me in the crystal ball. So, there you have it. See that?
Can't you see me splashing all the water around?
Well, I don't see you splashing all the water around, but boy, oh boy, somebody's really got a thirst. So look,
It's
see,
me.
see that? It was sort of nondescript. So, but look at this.
I drink a lot of water.
Speaking of thirst and drink of water, look, I need a sip right now as we speak.
I bet you do after all that. You must be really dry.
I know, man. I know. All right, listen. Let me go. Let me get back to here just in case, but there's a couple more things I want to go over.
Okay, have a wonderful night. God bless, and stay happy, healthy, and strong.
Okay, and Energy Lady, thank you for calling.
All right,
Okay,
bye-bye.
say it bye. There she is. How wonderful can you get? I'm telling you, she's the best. All right, so, again, it's just me. That was a good conversation. I love it because it's always uplifting and joyous and fun and not heavy, and just, as they say, you can go with the flow easily with that, and the flow is always up. All right, again, we have our trusty U.S. Constitution, if worse comes to worse. We can go over a couple of headlines. I might read one or two. And then, because I'm going to read two, at least one. But anyway, also, before I forget, I want to remind everyone, if you want a great, fantastic breakfast, big, never mind big bang for your buck, big bang for your buck. Dairy Salem Elks, Sunday. I think it's either 7:30 or 8. They're going to choke me if I'm wrong. 7:30 or 8 to 11 is breakfast. It's open to the public. Again, you got two fantastic cooks down there. They know what they're doing. You get a great meal. Everybody's there is friendly. I know the whole bunch. They're all volunteers, so their heart is into it. Go down, show them that they're appreciated. They do a lot of stuff for the community. Go down, help them out. And again, like I said, get a fantastic breakfast. Big bang for your buck. Dairy Salem Elks, 8 to 11 a.m. Sunday, every Sunday. Open to the public. Check them out. There you have it. All right, so I want to just read a couple of headlines, all right, which I think everyone should be, every American, legally here American, should be outraged, all right? So here's one, and I just read this just right outside before I got in here. Then this is from, all right, Todd Starnes, if you're familiar with him. This is just the headline. This should outrage every American, and I mean every American. Are you ready? A 95-year-old veteran kicked out of a nursing home to make room for illegals. And that's in New York City. A 95-year-old veteran kicked out to make room for illegals. Come on, people. Can't you get involved? Can't you stick up for America? Can't you stick up for your rights? Can't you stick up for your freedoms? Are you that lazy? Are you that dumb? Remember, you can't be dumb if you want to be free. And by the way this country is going, there's a lot of dummies out there. Come on, make an effort, will you? Save your butt. Look out for your butt. Just that one headline. 95-year-old veteran kicked out of nursing home to make room for illegals. And how many years have we been hearing from the Democrats? No one is above the law, not even the President of the United States. But why are illegals? They're coming in here criminally and they're getting rewarded. and they're displacing veterans to do it. That makes my blood boil. Which, by the way, I did contact last Friday the two New Hampshire U.S. senators from New Hampshire, and this joke of a representative, Chris Pappas. They all are. Where are they now after the election? You don't hear a hoot. I contacted all three of them, all right? Senator Shaheen, Senator Hassan, Representative Pappas, and I all clicked the box. I would like a response. Not one has responded. Excuse me. The two senators responded. Just, you know what the response was? Thank you for contacting my office. What a joke that is. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Not too bad, and you?
Mary, I'm doing very well. What's been happening?
Nothing much, you know. You kept saying to me that you're going to be meeting or hearing from people. Oh, my God, I can't tell you. I've heard from people I haven't heard in years. And I mean years.
Wow. See, imagine
Been
that.
contacting.
Imagine that. How have you been, Mary? Mary, how have you
Not
been?
too bad. Not too bad. And you know, you're right. A goat will eat anything, believe me.
Really?
Yes, because we had a goat. His name was Billy on a farm.
I love it, Billy Goat, yeah.
And if he wasn't tied up, he would get up. He didn't care whose car it was. He would get up and eat the windshield wipers, eat the chrome off the car. He would jump inside the car
Yeah.
and literally chew the upholstery apart. This goat. And goats love cigarettes.
Wow. You know, I'm sure I was a little kid, my father did it, to me it was a thrill. I couldn't believe that this animal would eat a cigar and then,
Yes, they love cigars and they love cigarettes.
Really?
Yes.
I can see him doing it to this day.
Yes, that's a treat. That's like candy for them.
And then the dessert was the cellophane that the cigar was wrapped in.
I'm telling you,
It was-
don't really eat anything.
See, ta-da, thank you, Mary, for the support
Yep.
here.
Don't
See that?
like that.
Yeah.
And we had to get rid of him because he was so bad. He was chewing up part of the house.
That is too funny. Hey, Mary,
Yeah.
let me ask you, what's going on? It's either one of your cats or somebody's cat. What's the issue going on? Someone's cat. It might be yours. One of your cats acting up or something?
Well, Ladina's doing good, Crystal, but I think it's my Miss Kitty. I really got to find someone that she needs a haircut.
Yeah.
You know, because when I got her, she was mad, and I'm trying to cut, some of the stuff off from her.
Yeah.
But she really needs a good clipping altogether so her hair can come back natural the way where it should be.
Yeah.
Then I really got to get her a clipping.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
I could see
Yeah.
it. Yep, I know. A cat has an issue. See, there you have it. That's what it is.
Yeah, because she was never taken care of.
I know. I can't stand that when people are like
so
that.
I'm doing what I can do for her, but I just can't find, a person that I can get to her, so she needs a good clipping. She really does. I mean, I'm clipping her, here and there,
Right.
but she really needs a clipping.
Right, like a professional clipping, a good...
Yeah, someone, but she doesn't need a bath because I don't want her to have a bath. I just want her to have a clipping, that's all.
Right, well, yeah, well, she can't... I don't think it's a good idea either to give her a bath before her clipping, because then
I
you'll...
just want her clipped, that's all I want to do.
Right, well, plus, you could give her a bath yourself. So,
Yeah, because she's good. I mean, she loves water. I mean, she's
Yeah.
the most lovable cat. She always wants to give you a kiss. Every time she turns around, she wants to kiss you.
nice.
She's so good.
Yeah, not Fred. Fred is, he's sort of his own little thing, but to give him a bath, that's the funniest thing. I give it to him in the kitchen sink. I put a little towel down so if his claws go out, he
Yeah.
doesn't skid on the stainless steel sink. But anyway, it's the funniest thing. I put him in there, and he just sits there till I'm done.
That's cute.
Yeah, he sits there, but it's the funniest thing. As soon as the water goes off, then that's when the struggle begins to dry him. You know what I mean? I go get him by the
Yeah.
scruff of the neck hard, and you can do it hard, and that makes him passive, and that's what I have to do. And then I towel dry him, but that's when the struggle begins. I take him out of the sink and look out. Look out. I wear long sleeve shirts, a sweatshirt, because right away that's the first place the claws go.
That's one thing I could say. My cats, of course, Virginia
Yeah.
and Crystal I brought them into the world myself. I helped the mother bring her kittens into the world.
Wow.
So they were
Yeah.
really, bonded with me from day one.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
everything. And I had a picture of Crystal laying down in a bathtub.
Wow.
I'm telling you, that cat loves water. She loves to get washed up, and I make believe cut her hair, and she loves that. And I do, and she'll watch me like when I comb my hair, like saying, "Okay, it's my turn."
Yep.
So
That's
I
fun.
brush her and everything else, and she brushes her teeth in the morning. And every time, this one here, every time she feels like it, she wants to brush her teeth.
That is too
She's
funny.
got the cleanest teeth on a cat you ever want to see. Yes, no, nothing wrong with her teeth at all.
Wow, that's good. See,
Yeah.
Fred just cost
Yeah.
me $1,500 for his.
Yeah. And the vet says, "Oh my God," he says, "what are you doing to keep her teeth so clean? There's no tartar. There's nothing on her teeth." I
Wow.
said, "Well, I'll show you." So I brought her brush. I said, "You hold her brush," and she started brushing her own teeth. I
Wow.
said, "That's what she does. She brushes
Yeah.
her own teeth."
Huh. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Not Fred. His teeth, well, they're nice now. They're nice now, but I told you, they extracted 11 teeth, so.
Oh, poor thing.
Right, but eats just the same. It hasn't affected his, his appetite, so that's good
Yeah.
and stuff. I know, Mary, you got a guest tomorrow, before I forget.
Yeah,
Cruising
I do.
with
I have
Mary.
a full house tomorrow.
Get out. Who's?
Yes.
Well, let's
I'm
hear
going to
it.
have about it. I would say the producer and co-producer and 4 or 5 of the actors are going to be in a play.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing a play tomorrow in between singing and acting and different things like that.
Wow.
Tomorrow. Yeah. so
Good
it's
for
gonna be a full
you.
house tomorrow.
Wow, that's going to be a good show. Again, tomorrow. Cruising
Yeah.
with Mary.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything tomorrow.
Same place, same time. But wow,
Yeah.
what a cast
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah. And I always say when someone like that or anybody, if they want to come on, just notify me. We'll
Yeah.
set a date and bring you up. So he did. They're
wow.
having a play coming up again.
Yeah.
And he says to me, he says, "Can I come in?" He says, and tell people what we're going to have for a play. I said, "Sure, why not?" He said, "I'll even bring, in fact, there's even a guy that's going to bring his own little, what do you call it, like a little piano, a portable piano or keyboard
Yeah.
that day."
Wow. Now, where's everybody going to fit, Mary? Where is everybody going to fit?
Well, most of them is what they call on the other side where the green wall is.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are going to be in that corner right there.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
That's where they're going to be doing their part of whatever they have for a show. From what I'm hearing, it could be a comical part
Yeah.
or a circus part, a little bit of everything, I guess, tomorrow.
So, can you tell us
show.
what show it is or not?
Huh?
Can you tell us what show it is?
He didn't say. He didn't
Oh.
tell me what the name of the show was.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, it'll be a surprise for me, too, knowing what it is. So
See?
everybody will know tomorrow what the
There
show
you go.
is. And watch them sing, and they'll probably do a little dance, but everything's ready and hooked up for tomorrow.
See, so there you go. Everybody's gonna have to tune in to get the answer.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Mary. Sounds good.
Yep. and everything. So, but yeah, you've been telling me, from far away. Well, let me tell you,
Yeah.
from far away is right. I haven't heard from people. Oh my God, it's been ages since I heard anybody, from years ago
Yeah.
and
Nice.
everything. Because my number hasn't changed in years, so they look it up and they realize, I still have the same number and everything.
Yeah, see that? I'm glad. That's
Yeah.
nice to hear. That's nice to
Yeah.
hear. And what's the new endeavor, by the way?
Huh?
What's the new endeavor? I see some change coming up, by the way.
I don't know.
Well, it's coming. You'll see. Not that
Yeah.
you'll notice it. It's like a nondescript change, but something, you know what I mean. You'll notice
Yeah.
a difference in something, whatever it is. You'll
Yeah.
notice a difference. So you could tell me about that at another
Yeah.
time. All right. Mary, let me let you go because I only got about 10 minutes or less
Alrighty.
left. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
All right.
Have a good day and a good evening.
All right. Thanks, Mary. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Again, tomorrow, full of surprises. Cruising with Mary, you can't go wrong. 5 to 6 p.m., same place. Tune in. Get the answer. Curiosity killed a cat. So, there you go. So, I don't have a whole lot of time left, but what I do want to do is after that headline I read, 95-year-old veteran gets thrown out of nursing home for illegals. I'm livid over that. And like I said, I read that just before I came in here today. Last Friday, I contacted my 2 U.S. senators, Shaheen and Hassan, and this idiot of a representative who does nothing but rubber stamp these communistic policies that they're pushing through. Anyway, I asked for a response from every one of them. Shaheen and Hassan, they just give you, from their office. I think it's the boilerplate. We've received your email. Thanks for contacting our office. That's it. I want a specific reply of what I wrote them. But anyway, I wrote them for 2 things. Just that one thing about, let's do. They got to shore up the southern border. Never mind this joke of Biden is telling the feds to cut the barbed wire that the governor of Texas put up. I mean, come on, people. Where's the outrage? I mean, really, where is the outrage? Are you that lackadaisical? Are you that non-caring? I mean, come on. So, call them. Contact all your local officials. I'll give you, for the 2 U.S. senators from New Hampshire, and at least for the joker of a representative in this district, call Senator Shaheen. 202-224-2841. Again, Senator Shaheen, contact her. Let her know enough is enough. No one is above the law, including illegals. So Senator Shaheen, 202-224-2841. Senator Hassan, same thing. Enough is enough. Give the 95-year-old veteran his nursing home back. Throw the illegals out. Not only throw them out of the nursing home, throw them out of the country. Senator Hassan, 202-224-3324. And the worst one we got, I think, Representative Pappas. Call him up, 603-935-6710. If you're afraid to speak up for your constituents, you don't belong in politics. Of course, he's probably funded by George Soros, or who knows, something to that effect. Obviously, by the way he votes for all these anti-American, communistic, socialistic, totalitarian policies that they're jamming through. And all I can say is thank God they didn't win the House, the U.S. would not be in existence today. Thank God. But anyway, call that idiot and tell him enough is enough. Never mind your 4 biggest donors that own you. We're the ones that vote for you. 603-935-6710. That's Representative Pappas. 603-935-6710. And if you notice now, they're coming out with all these polls. They want you to sit back, again, play dummy, right? All of a sudden, Trump is up over 10 points by Biden. They want you to sit back. You know, all that is smoke and mirrors. Why? Because then when it gets near the election, all of a sudden we're going to have to, COVID will come back, mask mandates, they're going to close everywhere, even if it's a week before the election, a week before, just so they can institute vote-in mailing. They're doing all this stuff. Oh, the Democrats are fretting. The Democrats are sweating about this poll. They're worried about that. Don't believe them. What they're doing is the Democrats are sweating and the Democrats are fretting and shaking because they're realizing that people like you and me, hopefully like you, you're not going to sit back and be that dumb, that, these polls don't mean anything unless they address voter fraud. It's going to be the same thing over again. Was the last election stolen? The Democrats say no. They're going to say I'm crazy. It was. I mean, when you get people that were born in the 1850s that voted in the last election, that's voter fraud. All right? So you can dispute it all you want, or just like what happened just the other week up in Michigan. What was it? Over 10,000 voter registration forms, and what was it? Half of them were filled out in the same handwriting. Some of them had addresses that, well, I remember they said something like a single-family house had something like 47 voter registration forms. I mean, come on. And naturally, once they start the COVID thing back, who's going to be voting? The 47 people that live in that single-family house, they're all going to want to vote by mail. Smarten up, people. You can't be dumb if you want to be free. And speaking of that, I don't have a lot of time left, so next week perhaps the U.S. Constitution, we're going to get to it by hook or by crook. You're going to know your rights. All right. Again, you want a fantastic breakfast, big bang for your buck. Derry Salem Elks this Sunday, 8 to 11 a.m., open to the public. Nice bunch of people, guys and girls down there, all volunteering. They'll make you feel comfortable. They'll make you feel welcome. Go down and check them out. There you have it. Again, I'm David B., the readings guy, 603-404-9338. Don't forget to stay tuned after me. Rock, paper, hand grenades. Check them out. And please, 2 things that you need to remember. Please, call your elected officials too. All right? Remember, you can't be dumb if you want to be free. And more importantly, you are a winner.